Question 1251. Should governments be restricting internet connectivity for the health of their citizens?
No.
Badger.
Oh, I see. I see what you did there. No. Governments should keep their ugly, smelly noses out of everybody's business all the time.
Oh,
But there is a lot that's been. There are claims that spending too much time isolating yourself online. I mean, the fucking COVID is demonstrating it. It can be bad for your health.
Okay. That's not the government's business. The government's there to advise you. They can say, hey, you know all that time you're spending on the internet where you don't move and you are now fused to your chair?
Yeah.
You should maybe not do that.
Is that blanket permanent now?
but
Shush.
It's just like the thing on the Nintendo Wii, when you're playing for so long, there's a little pop-up that says, hey, you should take a break and go outside. Okay, I'll do that whenever I feel like it.
yes, but
So
how
when
on
I've-
earth would you regulate it?
You wouldn't.
I mean, you could have the government could switch off the internet, between the hours of 10 p.m. and 4 a.m.
No,
That's not going to function.
They could, and then they could also realize that they've accidentally started a revolution.
Viva la revolution!
But see, this comes back to the focal
Yeah, and
question
how
of
how they going to organise the revolution when they can't then get on Facebook and Twitter and talk to one another?
Well,
Or they could
everyone
realise they've
everyone
suddenly
who
got a
goes outside
it.
when trying to figure out why their internet's not working looks at each other and goes, burn down the government? Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone will know why the internet's not working.
Wait, Lone, what were you saying? Because I was curious.
Oh, well, no, this is where the question comes into play of where does my personal responsibility stop and the government start? Or
Yep.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Yep, and
See, like, the thing is, I don't think they I don't think the government should fucking do that with the internet. And, like, here's the thing. Like, what about all the people who, are working during the night and they take a break? They can't, what are they going to fucking do? Just
Well, they
sit
could
there
have a
and
special
twiddle their
license, so it'd be off for
Yeah,
them at a different
exactly.
time.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's
I'm
not-
just
it's-
gonna point out that it is unregulatable.
Really, it is.
Government regulations around that shit are really easy to bypass. They can't enforce it.
No, they could enforce it on a mass scale. It's
Yeah, they could.
enforceable.
They could. They're just
On a
Yeah.
small scale, it's not enforceable.
Well,
But
I mean,
but to do it on a large scale would be so impractical. It's nuts.
yeah.
but I
See,
think, but even in a lot of countries where the internet is like heavily policed, I think they'd struggle to do that. I mean,
Right,
I think even China would struggle to do that. And they notoriously police their internet.
Yeah. So
Right,
I think
because
it's less
the
than
point
should
is-
they and more they can't.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, if they do this, what's to stop them from, oh, hey, somebody said something really bad about the president. I'm just gonna delete that, and shit like that. Like, that's where we get to the point where now
No,
they're
that's very
running
different.
everything.
No, that's very different because that's content
It's-
dependent and that's very
Yeah.
complicated, right?
That's,
Just
we're talking about
switching stuff off.
connectiveness specifically.
Yeah.
Connectiveness specifically.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying that that could lead to that, is what I'm saying.
Like I said, it's very different.
Yeah.
It is very different, and I can see where the concern is that they might then try and regulate more of the internet. I'm of the opinion they shouldn't try generally, and if they could, it wouldn't work.
I think you're overestimating how willing most people are to bypass things, or how easy people want it. Let's put it that way.
I mean, look, if you're
maybe.
a horny dude at 4 o'clock and you can't in the morning and you can't look at Pornhub, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, so you can still have some sort of connectivity to a bulletin board. It's not like they can restrict your. We're not talking about restricting the phone system. We're talking about restricting the internet. Yeah, I mean we had porn before we had the internet. We
Yeah,
had online porn before we had
that's
the internet.
true.
Yeah,
Now people are dependent on
You
it.
then get into a question of shit like, what about me in terms of if you mention if some people are working nights or whatever, they can have a license. What about me? I sometimes work nights when I feel like it. but that's because I have a lot of American friends. So in the evenings, I want to talk to a lot of people.
You're coming down to the technical the technical challenges at this point,
Yeah.
rather than
But
whether
really,
or not there
the
is a moral
basic-
argument for doing it.
We're
Yeah.
making the show educational.
Okay,
So, ignoring the practicalities of the thing,
yes, yeah.
no.
Yeah,
No, that should
pretty
not even
much.
be a consideration in the minds of government. And if it is, then they can go fuck themselves. Right up the arse
I
with a
mean-
rusty internet.
But in terms of health, though, are you talking more about like physical or mental health? Because
Both.
I mean, yeah, is it people get addicted to anything, and then if you take something away, they're just going to find something else to get addicted to. They'll go back to
Yes.
watching the television.
I'm
know.
also going to suggest that restricting internet access won't necessarily make people go outside more. People
Nope.
will just download
Nope.
shit.
Yes, very much so. Right, let me just catch up on the chat because there's loads of comments here. Cadence, no, never again. Hell no. Harmonica Man, no. Cadence, as someone who works for a commercial broadband ISP, fuck no, keep them out of my job. Jess, no way. Never again. Unless the government is going to pay for my health, then fuck them. Brainbug, we are allowed to do things that are bad for our health. Harmonica Man says, that's just like the two magic words that keep information from people in America. National security. Godless saying, no, Apple is already spying on me. Never again says, and cut international communication. I think we're going back a bit. X-Penguin says, so can smoking and drinking and eating, the government doesn't control that? It does, though.
It does.
Controls what drugs we take. It controls lots of things about those.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is definitely, every country has a line of what they count as public health.
Yes.
Whether it be not smoking, or whether it be wearing a mask, or not taking heroin on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are-
trying
there
to
are
Yeah.
reasonable-
that
there are
it's-
reasonable restrictions that governments will impose, and that's fair. I just don't think internet connectivity is not one that I think would be useful to block, because there are so many other things that the internet connectivity specifically isn't going to be helpful to reduce.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah,
where are we up to?
strong no.
Cadence,
Strong no
China.
on both principle and practice.
China restricts time spent gaming by CCP regulations in games. Never again says, Dave just wants to turn Trump's Twitter off at night. I could sleep better if his Twitter was turned off at night.
Hey, Dave, what's your answer?
Oh, hell no. I don't know. I'll argue for it. Yeah, but no, not a chance in hell. No.
Now,
And the problem is, I can see some reasons for restricting specific things.
Right.
But the restrictions have to be completely non-context sensitive. Otherwise, it's too much.
Yeah.
Here's something I could say.
What's that?
Voluntary restrictions.
Yeah.
I could agree with someone specifically asking their mental health professionals to say, right, I have an internet porn addiction. I would like your help to restrict my access to that and help me get off that.
oh yeah, it's like you can get yourself barred from a bookies. You can ask them to block you so that you can't gamble more.
That I'd be in support of. Government
Yeah,
doing
that'd be
it,
fine.
the government doing it in any form outside of that, no, I'm not in support of at all. That
I'd
can
be
go
okay with
fuck
that,
itself.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the level of nuance that is most accurate.
Okay.
Sammy Jenkins says, I like the idea someone wants to watch me, I'm into voyeurism. How the hell did that come up? Oh, the government. Chad says, my instinct is no, but give me a minute to explore counterexamples. Let me go quickly to his counterexamples. He didn't. No, health is not a sufficient motivator. National security regulations are another matter. Interesting.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm thinking of all the times where the internet has had these ripple effects and harmed other people who didn't use it. Case in point, there was a couple in either China or South Korea who were stuck in an internet cafe. Well, not stuck, but they, were in an internet cafe for 12, 13 hours a day playing this game where they had a baby and, they had to look after it and everything. Meanwhile, they had a real life baby back at home that starved to death because of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
X Penguin says that would bugger up logistic companies. We use the internet to pass information around. Do you know what? I'm fairly certain that if any government implemented this, they'd exclude business from it.
Yeah.
Sammy says if someone at Apple wants to watch, why are you talking about people watching you wank, Sammy? X Penguin says welcome to China. They police the internet hard. I think the UK does a lot more policing than a lot of people think.
Yeah. Well, you guys have all the CCTV and all of that. And...
No, I mean internet-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason I'm with my ISP.
Of,
There's a reason I'm with my ISP. Because my ISP, because my ISP has a very small number of customers. So it does not have the laws that apply to it as to what they've got to provide to the government.
See,
they're exempt from them.
I use specific VPNs and the Tor network for a reason.
Do you think that George Orwell would be rolling in his grave if he knew about all the CCTV and everything?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he would.
In terms of literally, no, because it's not physically possible.
Well,
but in terms of, do I think if Orwell was aware that this is where things are going, I think he'd be sitting there going,
Called it.
"Yep, I fucking told you."
Yeah. That was my other. I was like, yeah. He's like, fuck it. I called it.
Told you so.
Fair enough.
Dumbass.
We get Cadence. China peeps VPN into the US and EU just to be able to spend more time doing things on the internet. I agree, but like I said, I think the problem is the majority of the population is not willing to do that. I mean, I know the efforts I went to get online. We used hacked PT internet accounts to phone into things and to fucking call the States to get access to the internet. You know, I grew up when accessing the internet was very, very expensive. But there was only a small group of us that were willing to go to those efforts to get online.
I think a lot more people kind of in the younger generation would probably be so not used to it, they'd be willing to go to greater lengths to get it back.
Well, I think the young in general are more willing if you look at the restrictions that they put on games. Where the countries that have put time limits on games, the younger tend to be more willing to get around those.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wrote... what the hell?
Excuse me.
At college, we had, because of bandwidth requirements and then worrying that it will interfere with people's work, they put a 20-minute restriction on accessing email 3 times a day. So I wrote something that stopped the clock on the local computer because it was checking against the local. So you open your email, run my program, and it just keeps resetting the clock until you're finished. And I was disturbed at how widespread that program became, even though I only ever gave it to a couple of people.
That's all it takes.
Oh yeah, in high school, once something's going around, everyone knows about it within a week.
Yeah, like, dude, I remember, so, like, this is a really stupid example, but I remember back in, like, 6th grade, my buddy gave me the free version of Minecraft, and so, like, a group of us were fucking playing it, and somebody had blabbed off, like, hey, this guy can get you Minecraft, and then it was all over the fucking school. Like, within not even a week. It was, like, a 3-day period.
Fair.
Doesn't surprise me. Right, so I think we will skip over.
Can you still get me Minecraft?
I cannot.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Some friends of mine were setting up a Minecraft server for my little gaming clan, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, well, I don't fucking have Minecraft, you dickheads.
Well, if you have a little bit of money, if you have a PC that runs anything Microsoft, they have it on the game store. They have a really good fucking deal on it right now.
Yes, Windows PC, but I have uninstalled like most of the features of Windows.
Well, you can get. I don't know if they run Bedrock or fucking Java, but if they run Java and you get Java, you can play with them, but you can't play with Java if you get Bedrock. So you might want to find out which one they have first.
Minecraft.
Next.
I know I'm a nerd. Next question.
Right. There you go, Cadence. Me neither. Minecraft has always struck me as...
Okay, the reason why it's so fucking popular is because you have people like me who can't really build shit in real life, so it gives us a chance.
Do you know what we
something.
had? I'm gonna go. When I was a lad, you know what we had?
Legos.
Lego.
I
Lego.
still play. I do.
Dave, it's
I don't
computer
have-
Lego.
Right.
It's,
Lego
yeah,
is
it's
brilliant.
computer Legos, pretty much.
The computer Lego is shit.
Not if okay, look, not if you
It's
play
not
with
the
the right
same.
people. Like, trust me, I understand that. Like,
No, I
most-
do enjoy the community and the playing. I get that. Okay, you can play any game if you've got a group of people that will
Right, exactly.
invest with each other completely and utterly. I do get that, but that's not the selling point of the game.
Well, like
If that
you know,
makes
this
sense.
right, but like this is a little stab at myself. Like, I'm building a Minecraft server to play D&D in with a group of friends.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I
Like,
can see that working.
that's the reason why it's so popular, is because yeah, the selling point is some bullshit, but the game itself is like, all right, this is the
Yeah.
ultimate sandbox. You
That's
can
a good
build
idea,
shit,
actually.
you can kill dragons, you can do everything you want to do. And that's why the game is popular.
Yeah,
Because you
pretty
can do
much.
whatever the fuck you want.
It-
That's
th-
why
these-
Gary's mod got so popular. Because Gary's mod was another sandbox game where you could do whatever you want.
Yes.
The selling point is not why most people play it.
Nope.
No. Right.
Sorry.
Next question. Well, let's sum up this question. Who in a one-word answer, should governments restrict internet connectivity to their citizens?
No.
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 Well, no. Who said yes?
I said a
Nobody.
maybe. We were
Can I
all
can I
right,
add
we were all
can I add a
maybe.
couple more words?
Yes.
Go on then.
No, and fuck anyone who tries to suggest otherwise.
Oof.
Yeah. We're all on the fence of like maybe, but if I had to say hard, no, it'd be a hard no. You know.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.